Hi, thanks for tuning in. So I recently wanted to get a pair of mountain bike shoes, and after doing some research, figured out that it was a pretty daunting task. There's a lot of choices to choose from, which can be a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. But anyway, I ended up picking a pair of shoes. So I went with the Ride Concepts Hellions, and they're right here in the box. I didn't even use them yet, just because I've been waiting to do this review. So it'll be a little bit of an unboxing at the same time. So this is what you get. I went with the charcoal lime color. So it gives you a gray material. The sole is a lighter gray, and the trim is black with a lime logo. One of the main criteria that I was looking for in a shoes, it had to have a good toe box and a good heel box. And I didn't want to go with the downhill shoe just because they're a little bit too beefy, a little bit too heavy. So I felt that these were a good compromise for those reasons. There's quite a bit of technology in these shoes. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so let's take a look at these in a little more detail here. So the Hellions, they come with the dual layer upper. So this whole body here is made with a dual layer anti-peel coating. If you feel the material here, it feels really good quality, almost like a bit of like a leather. So it doesn't seem like something that would rip too easily. Really good quality. You got your venting on the side here and venting on the toes. If you look at the tongue, it's a fully gusseted tongue. I'll just grab a light here so you can see what that looks like. And if you can see, there's a panel in there that links the tongue to the body. So all that means is that it just prevents dirt and debris from getting in the side panels here and stuff, and easier to clean, things like that. One of the main reasons that I got this shoe is because of obviously the heel box and the toe box. So if you look here, there's an anti-abrasive coating here on the heel and then on the front. And if you feel the toe box, it feels nice and stiff too. You get a little bit of padding around your ankle bone too, which is nice. And if you come here to the front, you get that anti-abrasive coating that comes up, wraps around the front. Now the toe box comes up also, and it comes up to about an inch into the shoe. And I find that's a really important feature. That's kind of what I was looking for. A lot of shoes that I looked at, they just have a reinforcement in the front here, and you want that to come up and over like that, because a lot of times your pedal will be down and you'll get a strike that's up a little higher. So that's one of the main reasons why I chose these, because they have a super nice toe box that comes up and it's stiff all the way up to about here. Plus you get that abrasive coating on the front. Time will tell how that holds up, but so far so good. Nice bumper on the front here, nice and thick. Get that to focus. So the sole is a stiff midsole. All right, so for the limited use that I put on these, I felt it was decent. It was nice and stiff. It wasn't too overly stiff. As you can see, there's a little bit of flex still. So if you wanted to use these as a daily driver or walk around in them, things like that, you still can. And you still get decent pedal feedback as well. Now on the business end underneath, Ride Concepts, they're using a tiered system for their durometer of rubber. So it goes from a 4 to an 8. So 4 being the tackiest, the softest, and then 8 being the firmest. So the Hellions come in at a 6, so they're in between. And again, from my limited use, they hook up really well. I didn't see any issues with them at all. Felt really good, you know, stick to the pedal really well. And the designers went with a waffle pattern underneath, or a hexagonal pattern. And apparently that hooks up to the pedal pins pretty well. So that's that. So this is what they look like. Do a little wrap around. Now, oh yeah, before I forget too, they're also using for their inner sole, they're putting in D3O. So you have a D3O here in the heel and then on the ball of the foot. So for anybody who doesn't know, quickly, D3O is just it's a magic material that they're putting in a lot of armor and helmets and things like that. And what it is you get a soft, pliable foam, but then when it undergoes a high-speed impact, it turns to a rigid hardness. So essentially, if you were to you know, come off your shoe, hit a rock on your heel or on your ball of your foot, things like that, you get a hard shell protection instantaneously. So it goes from soft to hard really quick. And that just prevents bruising on the ball of your foot. So that's another feature as well. Oh yeah, also too, I didn't know, when I bought these, I didn't know it had this, but there's also a little lace tuck as well, which is nice. You can stick your laces in and keeps them from getting stuck in the pedals. And I just noticed also too, the lace eyelets are reinforced with plastic as well, which is nice. So this is, obviously these are out of the box. I haven't used them, so obviously they look good and everything looks good. So the real test will be taking them out into the field or taking them on the trail and giving them a spin. I'm probably headed up to Tremblant this weekend, so I'm pretty excited to try them out, see how they hold up. I'm gonna do a follow-up review at the end of the season, so it'll be important to check that out because that'll be the real litmus test and show how well they held up. So yeah, there'll be a follow-up review later at the end of the season. And so be sure to check that out. One other thing, full disclosure, is I'm not affiliated with Ride Concepts at all. I just got these brand new shoes and I figured, you know, if you have a brand new pair of shoes, why not do a review while I'm at it. So yeah, that's the detailed look. All right, so just a little note on pricing. I ended up getting these on jensenusa.com just because every other place was sold out. Always remember to support your local bike shop if and when you can, though. So I ended up paying $175.95 Canadian plus shipping. So yeah, not cheap. That's kind of why I wanted to do a review today, because you know, you want your hard-earned money going to something that's going to last and not fall apart. So that's it, the Ride Hellions. If you like this review and you like this sort of content, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification. It'll give you follow-up updates. Also check out Quebec. It's a Facebook page that deals with trails and hospitality and all sorts of stuff related to mountain biking and motocross and dirt biking, but specifically in Ontario and Quebec. So check that out. If you hit like, it'll get in your news feed and you'll get access to a whole bunch of cool stuff. So I think that's it for today. Hopefully it was helpful, and stay tuned for more.